Before we get this episode underway, I promised you, forced myself, to check the English dub opening of the first arc. And it's fine. It doesn't make me wish I go deaf, but it's real repetitive. I did like this part though.
Let's go explore new horizons. This is the way.
I mean, it faked me out into thinking the ending of this world. The ending of this world? Faked me out into thinking the ending of this would be solid. That's what I meant to say. I'd even say that I'm becoming all of me. After that quite frankly scary PNG episode with broken necks, they're apparently in Artazon now by themselves, aka Brassius' gym. He's the second guy you're supposed to fight in Scarlet and Violet. Notice how I said supposed to. It's actually one of my favorite gyms in Paldea, not because of how it looks or of Brassius himself, but the minigame you play is just pure cinema. That tree is fake as hell.
Nemona and Brassius and...
You know, Champion Nemona could have been a surprise factor. One thing I didn't mention about the title cards, I should have mentioned this in episode 4, but here we are, is that Liko finally speaks up when she's reading the title card. This is how it was in episode 3.
For sure, cause Sprigatito's with me.
Felt like Liko somehow thought this series was gonna flop. They're here to ask randos if they saw the black Rayquaza passing by. Unfortunately, no such luck for our boy Roy. You got some old and new Pokemon hanging out in Artazon, like this piece of shit.
Small, but it seems super tough.
King Vaughn from the depths of hell shudders when a Smoliv is mentioned.
Now those oranges look really nice. Take notes, episode 9. Roy and Liko leave empty-handed, but they spot a battle. Well, an end of a battle take place, and it's against some nobody and the champion from Paldea, Nemona. Nemona, you can't do that.
I lost again.
The hell's this kid looking at? Is the Postman Dragonite flying above us? I liked Nemona's battle-y personality in the games, but she battles the same as most rivals, adding another Pokemon every time you see them, even though she does claim that she uses a different team each time. I watched Munching Orange's playthrough, and yep, it's the same team, only difference is the starter, and it's the one you're strong against.
That battle was totally awesome.
What do you mean, man? The battle just ended! Liko puts 2 and 2 together and realizes she is the champion Nemona, and gets nervous shaking her hand. Hashtag synonym of relatable. They introduce themselves. It's kinda cool that Nemona's partner Pokemon is Palmo and not Palmy. It's also really cool that it takes 4 whole arcs to see Nemona's second Pokemon.
More friends.
Enter Brassius, my favorite character of the day by a mile. Not only is his character really unhinged, but this is the first time we got to learn what a slump is in the Pokemon anime. I think. Look, there's a lot of Pokemon episodes. But don't worry, Teacher Mimikyu has you covered. Being in a slump is trying your best at something, but you keep getting different results rather than getting the one you actually want, which is usually the best. Usually. Right? But that's essentially what Brassius has gone through when he tried recreating the Black Rayquaza. He obviously relays this to our 3 Stooges because they're in his quote-unquote studio, which I don't believe you, it's definitely your home, dude. Roy obviously can't contain his excitement of the thought of Rayquaza being close by, according to Brassius. But before he gets lost, our green-haired man asks why does he want to see that snake so badly?
Because Rayquaza helped me take my very first step.
Your very first step. Captivating.
I agree. Whenever Pokemon characters close their eyes for a moment, it's just so funny to me. I feel like it works the best on Paul and Ash's Charizard because those two are intimidating characters. But like people like Ash is just... You better stop! W Mizuki for liking Alola, L Skibidi for disliking Johto. We get a battle between Roy and Brassius, and hey, look at that, it's actually finished. This is to prove if Roy has what it takes, which he clearly doesn't, but okay. I just remembered he defeated a fully evolved Pokemon. You know what? Never mind. I think he can swing it. It's a 1v1 because Roy hasn't bothered to catch anything. It's Roy's Fuecoco versus Brassius' ace, Sudowoodo. Glad to see that Sudowoodo still has the same voice. You really got the sound effects on blast while his voice is at a medium. They improved Sudowoodo's moveset a tiny bit from the anime. In Scarlet and Violet, they only gave him 2 moves. I thought they gave him 3 moves, but irregardless, they gave Sudowoodo here an additional move.
You wish to challenge us in a melee? Sudowoodo, use substitute!
Substitute? Brother, that's double T. Substitute has shown up in the anime before, but it's pretty rare. I remember that one Wild Togepi used it in the Diamond and Pearl series, although it worked differently. Something we haven't seen from our pain-inducing singer is that he's got a temper, which ends up being learned as a new move for the Croc, Stomping Tantrum.
What is it doing?
I always find it weird when the anime refers Pokemon as it. I mean, yeah, sure, they're creatures, but it genuinely sounds insulting at times. but it wasn't enough to stop him, so my man pulls out the Terror Orb to terrestrialize Sudowoodo into a grass type. I think I spelled terrestrialize wrong. This was the best part of the battle to me. Not only did terrestrializing look really cool, but the music, which is the Gym Leader theme for this region, got rid of the goofy crowd cheering in favor of some trumpets and stuff. You can even listen to this quite frankly better Gym Leader theme on YouTube. Link will be in the description, assuming I don't forget. You know, for Roy's first official battle, he was not too shabby. Even though he had to get help from the guy he was facing against and a literal champion about what type Sudowoodo is, because being from Kanto, he's probably seen it already. This battle was an 8 out of 10, while this whole episode is a 10 out of 10. There's a few things I can say about this episode, which I kinda skipped. Nemona was a nice addition to the episode. I really liked her dubbed voice. Good job, Yolis Ario, and her Japanese voice actor, Eri Kitamura. There's a gag where Brassius' Dolph that I haven't mentioned at all spills oil on Nemona's palmo when startled, which may I add sounds like Mickey Mouse. I like him a bit more. And lastly, our heroes have another direction as to where Rayquaza might be, but they have to avoid a titan called Arboliva. Wallowiwa. So I can't wait until the next episode where our heroes run into it anyway. Yeah, I just realized they showed off the whole Smoliv line. That's neat. I saw this from Light 88 and thought, hey, that looks stolen, so I checked to see if it was. But false alarm, it's just an official Pokemon card. There's also this. Imagine if that was Froggear's Mega, he just goes blind.